Okay, I've got episode 11 of my interviews with our senior cross country athletes this week. It's coming to you a little bit later in the week, just before SVL Jamboree number one tomorrow on Saturday morning. This time it's with Jacob Stuber. We were across the road at Center Courts again, and it was a really great chat with Jacob. I got to know a little bit more about him, and I've really appreciated coaching Jacob, and uh, can't wait to see what his future holds. But first, we're going to try to finish this season. So I hope you guys also enjoy getting to know a little bit about Jacob, and maybe you'll follow along with his hopeful outstanding finish to his 4-year cross country career.
All right. Hi, I'm Jacob Stuber, and I've been running cross country for 6 years.
Awesome. Thanks for doing this, Jake. It's been a long process to try to get this far. We had a lot of seniors this year, and I'm really excited to get down to the last few. We got a unique group for the last few of you, and a group that I've really appreciated, and you guys get to be the last one. So to me that's kind of special because you guys get to do it in the heart of the season. Others got to do it back in like July when it was just a random time. So I don't know. I think these last ones are a little bit more special for that reason, but they've all been fun. So I appreciate you doing this one today for me. Okay, let's start with a running one, and I think for you, one thing that I've appreciated is that I feel like you enjoy being a good teammate and enjoy being with the guys and running with the guys. And when you used to run with Emma and things like that, I just saw a lot of really cool things from that I thought was a pretty amazing thing that you were getting out of it, but a way to give because you are a really good teammate. So the question I'll ask you to start is, of all of your teammates past and present, from whom have you learned the most and why?
Ooh. I'm not sure.
And it doesn't have to be necessarily running. It can just be anything. Because as you know, being a runner, we get to go out and reflect on everything in our life if we want to. And you've had some really good friends and got to run with some really good friends. So maybe they meant something special in that way. You know what I mean? So it doesn't have to just be regarding your running. It just happens to be that running is what you shared in common, right?
Yeah.
Or one of many things probably, but certainly running.
In regards to running, Joe definitely has like a big work ethic, so it kind of pushes me further, and it makes me want to take more leaps and bounds, and he pushes me further. But outside of running, Jacob Cologne is definitely a big one. He just he's really easy, goes with the flow. He just teaches me to be more calm and just live in the present.
Yeah, I think those are both really good examples on different ends of the spectrum of all the friends that you've had on the team and all the different people that you've run with over the years. You have Joe that's, sometimes almost like a coach with he's a student of the sport, so, and he is very, he lives and dies with his running, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much. And I do agree with what you said about Cologne because one thing that's cool about cross country is you guys get to decide what you want to get out of it, and I think Jacob really does that, and I think those are really good bookends to all of the different people that I've seen you be great teammates to over the years. So I think those are great examples that shows the diversity in our runners and another special aspect of cross country. What has been your favorite class at Heritage so far?
Ooh, definitely film class. I love film class.
You do?
Yeah, it's really fun. That's what I want to pursue after Heritage.
That's great, and we're going to come back to that question because that's one of my last questions. So we'll go a little deeper into that one. But that's interesting because you hear different things, different responses from people. Some like English or literature, some like science, some like math, whatever it is. But yeah, film, that's cool. And obviously, I'm enjoying that as sort of a hobby. I don't have no intentions of being a professional, but I'm enjoying that as a hobby. So yeah, it's a pretty unique one. What has been your biggest challenge in cross country so far?
Probably just getting out and running, because sometimes it's hard. You get sore, you get tired, but just pushing myself through it and getting the run done is probably the hardest part.
It is. That's a common understanding runners have is the hardest part is when you're not feeling it. How do you get yourself out the door? How do you still do what you need to do to be the runner you can be, or to make sure that you're in line to achieve the goals, whatever your goals may be. So yeah, I agree with that one, 100%. Do you have a favorite sports hero?
Sports hero. Steph Curry was cool because, you know, he's like not the tallest guy, but he's like regarded as like a superhero kind of on like the field. He just hits three after three after three, and obviously I'm not a very tall person, so seeing like a shorter person or like Damian Lillard, he's tore it up on the basketball field this year, and
Yeah. So
you know, showing
basketball's another sport that you enjoy outside. So that could have been another question that I could have asked.
yeah.
Because we don't always know that. We see you guys as runners, but then we don't always know, you know, what are your other interests in sport, and that's cool. Yeah, I agree with those guys. They're pretty awesome players and unique, you know, and very skilled, but obviously not necessarily prototypical in every way. But yeah, pretty cool. Okay, we'll do 3 more questions. What are 3 words that describe cross country?
Fun, first of all. Challenging, and worth it. Well, that's 2 words. Hold up.
No, that can be fine.
All right.
I can buy that as 3 words or phrases. How about that?
All right.
Because I really like that. I like all 3. I really like those. But go ahead if you want to say more. Go ahead. I don't want to cut you off.
That's, I don't know. That's
Yeah,
it.
I think so too, because I think only cross country runners realize that we can work hard, and it's going to hurt sometimes. It's hard, but we can have fun doing what we're doing. How can running be so fun, people might ask, but you've experienced it and you know, and it's a lot of these other things. It's being with our friends and setting personal goals and achieving something that we thought was maybe impossible. Definitely knew it was difficult, but I really like that it's worth it phrase at the end, and that's why I think that's perfect, even though if the question really were literally 3 words and not 3 statements, phrases, whatever, because what's important to me as a coach is I hope that when people are done, no matter what, through our journey, lots of different things happen, good, bad, whatever, right? And I hope in the end people can look back and say they got something positive out of their experience. And it's going to be different for each of you. You're going to share things with your teammates, but it's going to be, hopefully there's something personal that's different that each of you gets out of it. So I really like that worth it statement, honestly. It's a pretty powerful one. Okay, the last 2 that I always ask everybody, because I think these are 2 really important ones as you're reaching a crossroads and as young runners are maybe seeing this and, you know, they think it's so far off that they're going to be in your shoes, but it's just around the corner really. But you touched on it a little bit with your film study passions, but where are you in deciding what you're going to do after high school, and what is your dream job if you have one?
Oh, I'd love to be a director, and then I've been working quite a bit to get into different colleges. After this practice, I actually have like a meeting to try to get into like working on applications and stuff, and working on different essays, and been like looking at 7 different schools pretty much, and I'm just trying to get applied there and see if I get in.
That's cool. So you're definitely going to study film, and you hope to pursue something in film as a career. That's your dream job too. That's really cool, because if you, like, I admire people that recognize they have a passion for something and they want to pursue that as their as their career, as their life, and moving forward. I wasn't that kind of a thinker when I was your age, and I have no regrets, and I'm happy with what I'm doing, but I didn't chase something that I had passion for. Things just kind of happened for me, which is fine, but I appreciate that you have passion for something, and that's the direction you want to go with your life, because I think that gives you a better chance of being happy your whole life.
Yeah.
People settle for things and just a career because you have to have money so you can pay for things, but if you can have a passion for what you're living off of, then you've won for sure. I admire that a lot, and not all of us ever get there. Many of us never get there. But okay, last one. Anyone at Heritage, any teacher or other staff member at Heritage that's meant something to you? I'm sure there are many, so it's hard sometimes to just pick one. But give a shout out to somebody at Heritage that has had a little bit of an impact on you.
Oh my gosh, one's hard. I'm between 2.
Oh, you can do 2 if you want to do 2. That's fine. I don't have a problem with
right.
that. This is just us talking,
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Mr. Bauer and Miss Bixby, my film teacher is Mr. Bauer, so
Yeah.
he obviously has put me in like the right direction and inspired me to do what I want to do down the line. And then Miss Bixby is just like a really sweet person. She was my Latin teacher, and she just like really pushed me to work hard and work through different challenges that I've had. And because like I have dyslexia, so it's a little hard to learn a foreign language, but she always made it fun, and she's super sweet. So
yeah, I think those are both great, and they're both people that I've heard a lot of great things about, and I'm sure they appreciate a few words of why they've meant something to you and inspired you. And I appreciate you doing this for me and for the teammate. I don't know. I'm not expecting everybody to watch these. Really, this is an exercise and something that's important to me to do with each of you seniors, because we had such an abrupt, spring where so many things you guys didn't get to do were taken away. I didn't get to coach this spring. That was hard on all of us. And I thought, what can we do to sort of just, me and you seniors one-on-one, just spend a few minutes and to do something different. And this is something I'm enjoying. So someday I'm going to ask you for some tips on how I can be a better filmmaker. But, this means a lot to me and on an individual basis. And I've really enjoyed coaching you over the years. I've really come to appreciate you and what you bring as a great teammate for everybody, and another great example of how there's a role for everybody, and when you can find your role, which I think whether you realize it or not, you've done that. You have a really great role on the team. You're so well liked by the team and such a great teammate for everybody, and don't underestimate the importance and power of that role. And I think when people figure it out and there's a way they can contribute, it's special. And I appreciate the what will be 4 years that we've had, and we made it, and you're going to graduate soon, and this is something that is going to be meaningful to me that we did, and I hope you enjoy it too, and I hope your mom and dad get to enjoy it too. So thanks for doing this for me and for the team. So, awesome. Nice job.
Yep, thank you.